Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Ibara, so let's begin from her stats. If you take a look on her stats, I must say it's a little bit bad, okay? But not that bad because if you take a look her magic stats, it's a little bit lower compared to iRegret Brave Shift form, okay? Because she is also a mage, she gets 200% while Ibara only gets 160%. However, in terms for true double hand, true dual wield, I don't have anything to complain, okay? She gets like other Neon Vision gets. She has 50% fast LB rate. This can be helpful if you want to make her into LB finisher on her Brave Shift form. And 50% light resist, I think this is kind of niche. And she also has massive MP regen, okay, 15% MP. This is really good because as a mage who rely on quad cast, MP regen is really important. And she also has 50% human and fairy killer, so yes, I can say it's kind of small, but it is definitely useful on dark vision. And the difference between normal and Brave Shift form is on the normal form, she is a true double hand, but on Brave Shift form, she is a true dual wield. Okay, but again, I can say that her normal form probably not that good because, like you can see that she only get 30% magic evasion. And yes, actually it is not her problem, but the real problem for true double hand mage, okay? So I can say her Brave Shift form is far superior because of +6 times change damage modifier. So now let's take a look on her abilities. So her normal form, she can chain with Chaos Wave Awaken and Bolting Strike, and on normal form she is Thunder Elemental Mage, okay? She can use Dark Element, but you don't want to use that because it is dual element. So the reason you use that skill is to recover your MP. And the Bolting Strike, even when she able to chain with it, I can say it is probably useless because the damage modifier is simply low, okay? Kinda disappointing on this point. And yes, she also able to imbue herself with another 50% human and killer buff, and if you use her grandest ability, you get you get 100% human and fairy killer buff, okay? Quite nice again for dark vision. Okay, and on this normal form, her specialty is 80% spirit break with 162 times Chaos Wave Awaken non-elemental damage. So it seems huge, okay, 162, but again it is non-elemental, so kind of disappointing, I must say. And for the thunder elemental damage, you can see it on the table, and yes, they are huge, okay? She can deal 400 times damage per turn with her quad cast, so yes, I must say quite amazing. But the main problem is almost all of her strongest abilities are AoE, and you know it is bad for dark vision. So yes, lots of players right now really love dark vision, but for me, I don't like it that much. But for you who love dark vision, I can say that this AoE damage is probably a turn off for you, okay? Because for AoE, it will stop the attack when you have killed the enemy, so you cannot inflict huge damage to the enemy, so it's kind of disappointing. And if you take a look on her limit burst, I can say it's kind of lame, okay? It is not that bad actually, but inflict disease, increase light resist for herself, it's they kind of simply throw random stuff, okay? I wish they remove this disease 100% by improving the, let's say, give Lightning Imperil 130%. Why disease? Okay, this is simply so random. I'm not sure what they are thinking when they design her limit burst. And it is 10 hits attack, so maybe it's not that good, okay, as a finisher or whatever, but the frame attack seems very fast. Not sure, okay? And yes, that's for her normal form. Let's take a look on her Brave Shift abilities. Her Brave Shift form, she is also the same Chaos Wave Awaken and Bolting Strike, but on this form, she means Dark Element. And yes, she able to imperil 120%, but again, the same thing happened. Bolting Strike damage is simply too low, so yes, discarded. And the difference is on her Brave Shift, she gets 150% human and fairy killer buff from her Grandest ability. So yes, I can say this Brave Shift form is better than her normal form. Maybe if you see the table here, you complain, but her normal form damage modifiers are superior. Yes, you are correct, but remember, on Brave Shift form, she has plus 6 times change damage modifier. So yes, she will deal more damage on her Brave Shift form, and I can say it's kind of disappointing because her Brave Shift form is not infinite turn, okay? It is only 5 turns, so you will revert back to Thunder Element, okay? I can perfectly understand that if, let's say, on her Brave Shift form, she has insane burst damage. I can totally understand that, but the main point of this Brave Shift form is elemental difference. So let's say if the enemy resists against thunder and weak against dark, you can use her on that battle simply by Brave Shifting on the first turn. But what happens if you cannot defeat that enemy on the 5th turn? Then basically she will be useless for 5 turns because she, on normal form, she used thunder instead of dark. So that's kind of disappointing, okay? And yes, I think the limit burst is much better compared to the normal form. Like you can see that it can deal 180 times damage. Wow, that's huge. But again, there's a drawback. She doesn't have LP damage boost, either from passive or from buff. So unless you have specific gear to increase magic and limit burst damage for her, I can say you probably won't look on this LP, okay? This LP has really great potential, but not all players able to utilize this because lacking buff and passive, okay? And what I really want to complain is this limit burst, it is more powerful than the first one, and it is non-CG. So really guys, what's the point of making cool CG limit bursts when you won't use them in the battle? Because really, if you want to use your limit burst, I really don't find any reason to use your limit burst on normal form. For damage, your normal abilities damage simply much better compared to your LB, unless of course you gear her extensively on her normal form, but still, oh my god, I can say this is really super bad design for her, okay? Sorry to say that. I wish that the CG limit burst is the LB finisher. This one, okay, this one should be a CG limit burst, okay, this one should be that. And yes, she should have like LB damage buff on her Brave Shift, and I don't mind if her Brave Shift only lasts for 2 turns, because that gives you a reason to Brave Shifting other than elemental difference, okay? Really annoying, I must say. So that's all for abilities. Now let's talk about equipment, partner, and trial. On her standard form, she is a true double hand, so I don't have much to say on this form, because I can say that true double hand mage suck. Because really guys, for physical character, true double hands has some benefit, but on mage, true double hand mage doesn't have any benefit, okay? On her Brave Shift form, she is a true dual wield, and it is nice because you can easily reach the maximum boost, okay? 200% true dual wield, you only need to get 50% true dual wield magic, and yes, you can get that from her STMR maybe, or other Trust Master reward. And yes, like I said, if you really want to make her into LB finisher, you can do that, but you need to have specific equipment. The first equipment you need to have is Sakura of the Delta Star STMR, because it is road and it increased 30% limit burst damage. So if you have 2 of this, It's great, okay? Really great. And for abilities, you can use Crown Prince Noctis because it gives you magic and limited burst damage. And the best ability, probably Angel of Death Kuja Trustmaster Reward, because it increased 25% through dual wield, 25% LB damage, and 40% magic. This is one of the best Trustmaster for true dual wield mage on this game. So I hope you have Angel of Death Kuja if you get Ibara, okay? And for Vision card, you can also use Starlight Elena because Starlight Elena Vision card gonna gives you 50% limit burst damage and Heart Overcoming Hatred. And remember, because she is a true dual wield mage, then she can equip 2 weapons. That means you can get your magic boost from your weapon instead of abilities. That's really huge advantage compared to true double hand mage, okay? And with those equipment, you can see that you get like 210% limited burst damage. So that means even with this equipment without in battle limited burst damage buff, you can deal like 540 times. And talking about limit burst damage buff, I think she is best when paired with, you can see here, Yoshikiri or Neo Vision Rain, because those characters able to increase limit burst damage on the battle. So let's assume you have Neo Vision Rain. That means 310% limit burst damage on the battle. 4 times 180, wow, 640 times damage from her. So yes, she is insane when you able to gear her properly, use her as a LB damage finisher for Dark Element. She is very strong, okay? But if you don't use her as a LB damage finisher, you can pair her with Soul, okay? Soul, this CG Soul gonna be a Fable later, okay, in the future. And yes, he also used Dark Element on his Chaos Wave Awaken, so I can say those two are good partner for Dark Vision, okay? Let's just wait for Soul. Okay, and that's all for equipment and partner. Now for trial. Against trials, I can say she is really good. She can defeat most recent trials on this game without any much difficulty, okay? Against Shinryu and Curl, she works well because those trials don't have Thunder or Dark Resist. Against Intenger, she may have a little bit problem, unless of course you can kill it on the first turn, because remember, against Intenger, you need to dispel him frequently. So yes, her 120% in peril comes from her cooldown ability. So if you dispel it, that means you're gonna stuck with 80 or 100% in peril. So that kinda annoying. But again, if you're able to kill Intenger, let's say within 1 or 2 turns, that's not a big problem, because I think well-geared Ibara can do that. And I think the best trial for her is Scorn of Antenola, because remember, on Scorn of Antenola, you fight multiple parts. You also need to kill the branches ASAP. So she can do that with strong AoE attack, so good luck if you obtain her and haven't defeat Scorn of Antenola. Okay, I believe she can defeat this plan really fast. Okay, so enough about trials. Now my conclusion for Ibara. I can say that she is definitely an okay mage, okay? Not bad, not particularly special or interesting or whatever, okay? But definitely, she doesn't annoy me as Yoshikiri annoy me, okay? Because Yoshikiri, I don't like him, okay? Some of you like him, good for you, but for me, I don't like him. And yes, I think that her potential is as a magic finisher on her Brave Ship form, okay? As normal mage, Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer, I think she will be power creep by, let's say, like Neo Vision Visualist or Terra, okay? Because I think they are more powerful. Not sure about Neo Vision Soul. And yes, the good thing is she has +6 time change damage modifier, and that's also same for Terra and Physalis. That's why I compare her to them. But against Soul, I really cannot compare because Soul is through double hand mage. Okay, so I'm not sure whether Soul will be better than her or whatever. Okay, let's see later. And yes, I must say her Trust Mastery word is quite nice, 60% magic boost. If you remember that Emperor STMR also give you 60% magic, so this is almost STMR, but I don't recommend you to chase for this, okay? And yes, the thing I don't like is I have said this, her Breath Shift only lasts for 5 turns, so what? Really annoying design. Okay, 5 turns, but let's hope she able to kill the enemy before that happen. Okay, and yes, the most annoying thing is the beautiful CG animation is wasted. Okay, really, it is wasted. Because really guys, let me ask you, what's your purpose of using that CG limit burst other than watching it? Because really, for damage, the Breath Shift limit burst is better. Okay, it also can become LB finisher. Just compare the damage. The normal form deals 100 times. The Breath Shift form deals 180 times. And yes, the side effect of normal limit burst, disease, latency buff, please fire whoever create this limit burst, because this is simply a random design. It's kind of, they throw a dart to roulette. Okay, what ability we should give to limit burst? Tuck! Wow, we get 100% latency. Really, they don't think at all when they design her normal limit burst. Okay, I must say, I will love it if, let's say, Thunder in Peril or damage modifier boost, but this, it is simply lazy. 100% disease. What? Really? Crazy, insane, okay? And her Super Trust Mastery word, it is nice, okay? 180 magic, 50% true dual wield, but again, it is niche. Why? Throwing weapon, mage? Yes. Up to you, okay? If you want to use on maybe in the future Super Neo Vision Ace or whatever, then maybe this one gonna be useful for you, but crappy STMR, I must say. And for Vision card, I can say that this Vision card is good in theory, okay, because it gives you 50% true double hand magic, but again, sorry to say, true double hand mages on this game are SUCK, okay? Because really, what's the benefit of true double hand magic? Please tell me on the comment. Okay? Stats? No. I think for stats, true dual wield is much easier to increase. True dual wield also gets +6 time change damage modifier. But for true double hand, please, why they cannot give, let's say, like 1.75 times damage modifier when you become true double hand? Why they cannot give made something like that? Not understand. Okay, really don't understand. But yes, if you think true double hand mage is good, then yes, this is good vision card for them. But again, just for your info, top tier mage who comes to the global later, Physalis and Terra are true dual wield, so I can say this card is not good for them. The last level effect, 50% magic when they are female, is useless. Why I say useless? Because remember, the true double hand magic, the next true double hand magic is Neo Vision Soul, and he is a male. So wow, this card, I can say this is probably only good for her or iRegret. Okay? So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Ibara. Not a bad character, but nothing I will miss for, except for her beautiful CG limit burst. So I hope this one helped you. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Pro FX videos guide. Bye bye guys!